Hey fan, it's me, Aaron. I'm back with new comics now. Got a stack of comics. Black Friday went awesome here at the store. Thanks everyone for showing up and trying a whole lot of new good stuff. It was insane. And this week we have a few things, a lot of new stuff, and some issue 2s of things I really like. But Secret 6 #1, this was the big book everyone was excited about with the new 52. That was one of the things people missed a lot about it. Gail Simone's Secret 6 was an amazing book, and then it no longer existed. A lot of those characters just weren't real yet in the new 52, haven't really appeared. And now, Catman. Catman, you can't do it without Catman. And I loved Catman in here. It's great. He's sexy, he's cunning. The other characters, Black Alice, I like her from before. She's cool. There's the ventriloquist, the one from Batgirl, obviously new 52 one that Gail Simone wrote. There looks like a Talon on here, and the other two people, I don't know. I don't know who they are. I don't know why they're together. I don't know, like I know why they're together, but I don't know what's behind it. We don't know yet, but it was pretty fun. And Gail Simone's voice came through, and the art's great, and I'm hoping for good things from Secret 6. I'm hoping that the wackiness and the weirdness and the funny just starts coming through in that book. But the first issue, you know, I guess I'm judging the first issue by the entire volume of stuff from before, which I loved. And it's like, oh, it's just, you know, but it was 20 pages. I mean, it can't be all those things I remember in 20 pages. But Catman was dead on good, so awesome. Speaking of writers doing classic characters and books, here is Giffen DeMatteis, Justice League 3000, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are back. And this book was just like I was a teenager again. I loved it. I love my hypoglycemic beetle pal. I love that he gets all bitchy when he doesn't get it, his blood sugar gets off. I like that he gets pudgy like me and goes through phases of six-packs and then pudgy. You know, six-pack abs and then gets pudgy again. I just like how these two guys together are just such good friends. I miss it so much, and this is it. This is it in this book. They're taking over this book as they take over everything they're involved in. And it was fun. If you like Justice League International, if you like the Super Buddies, get it. Give it a shot. Do it. Seriously, you will enjoy it. New 52 Futures End, Volume 1's out, and it is a thick tome. It is issue 0 through 17. This starts 35 years in the future, and everything is total shit. And then some characters try to save that future from ever happening, and they kind of mess up, and they go 5 years into our future, and things are already pretty much messed up 5 years from now. And then it's just a bunch of zaniness. And one of the cool things about it is Batman Beyond in the new 52 proper. He's like in that universe interaction with characters. And another cool thing about this volume is the character designs in the back. I love stuff like that. I love artists' little designs of like, oh, I kind of like that design better than the final one. Uh-oh. But it was fun. If you hadn't got new 52, you're waiting for the trade, it's out. Angela, Asgard's Assassin, #1. There's things I like about this. I like Gillen. I've liked everything he's done, from Journey to Mystery to just Phonogram, Young Avengers, The Wicked, and The Divine. The Bennett writer, she's done a lot of great things too lately, but I just never liked this character. I don't care about this character. I don't care about Todd McFarlane's Spawn or Angela, and I didn't like how she was like, oh, she's here now, you guys have to like her. And you know, in the Guardians of the Galaxy, I was finally starting to like her because I was liking her interaction with Gamora. I like that. I like buddies. I like buddies. So like girl buddies, that's cool to me. I was enjoying that. Then they took that away and put her in this book, and it has her all in Asgard and Thor and all that stuff, that mythos. And I don't know if it's the belt buckle that I just can't stand or the high school color guard ribbons that flow around her all the time, but the book wasn't bad. The art was great. The writing was great. I enjoyed the story. I kind of like her being part of the whole Asgardian mythology. I kind of dig that. I'm starting to dig that. This book was solid. It's great writers and a great artist. And I liked it even though I have misgivings about the character in general. And I started to warm up to her in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then they took her from that. It's like, no, she's not going to be a cosmic person. She's going to be a Asgardian person. It's like, oh, okay, make up your mind, whatever. This, give it a shot. If you like Angela at all, you'll probably love it. I just happen to have not fond memories of the early 90s Image stuff. So whatever, that's just me. Maybe that's my personal hang up. I got beat up a lot in the 90s, so. Okay, Thanos versus Hulk. It's Jim Starlin, Andy Smith on art. And Jim Starlin, you know, he's the cosmic guy. He's the cosmic godfather of Marvel. And this miniseries is kind of weird in that it's set before his original graphic novel, the Thanos original graphic novel he just came out with. It's before that, so I guess it's before Infinity, but it's when Hulk is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's where it is. So, okay, cool. I guess if you want Hulk versus Thanos and you're a Starlin fan, you don't really care where it fits in continuity, but that's where it does fit. Pip the Troll was kind of like the main guest star in this issue, kind of moved the plot, got everyone together, and they just kind of name dropped the Infinity Watch. You remember Warlock and the Infinity Watch after Infinity Gauntlet? You know, early 90s, the Infinity Watch, they name dropped it like 5 times in there. It's kind of like Al Bundy talking about like that one football game that they scored and won the championship or whatever, and whoever heard about Pip the Troll after that. But if you enjoyed the Infinity Watch, you'll get a lot of little name drops. I'm sorry, I did enjoy it. I liked Warlock and Infinity Watch back in the day. So a lot of nostalgia in this first issue. Do you want nostalgia? Get it. If not, pass. Moving on to Image, this is the stuff. I don't know, I know there's other books that had been called Tooth and Claw maybe. That's why it's called The Autumn Lands Tooth and Claw now with issue 2. I didn't do any research to know what happened with that, why it has this new title. I loved the first issue. I offered money back guarantee on the first issue. No one returned it. I sold out of every issue, even with the Image overship, with the Image display craziness. The book is beautiful. Busick's writing this awesome, crazy, I guess future, but like fantasy mystic land, because the past probably was us humans. There's this champion that they brought back from the past. They argue about who he was and what he could do. Kind of, was he a dog? Was he a mole? And it's kind of like, you know, Jesus, like, oh, was Jesus this or that? Did he really born of a virgin? Like, who cares? It's cool. They bring him back, and he kicks so much buffalo ass that you won't even care about whether he's a dog or not. It was awesome. I'm really digging that book. Seriously, check it out. Moving on, Birthright. Joshua Williamson, I love this guy. I love him on Nailbiter. Nailbiter, seriously, get volume 1 for $10. It's a town that has birthed tons of serial killers, all came out of this one town. Why? Does it have anything to do with bees? Probably, judging from this cover. But last issue had Brian Michael Bendis in it. The writer, seriously, was in the book. And it's a fun, scary read. But his Birthright, you guys, if you've been watching my videos, you know how much I love Birthright. This is issue 3. It just keeps getting better and better. A boy was taken to this fantasy realm like Neverending Story, Narnia, Neverland, fill in the blank, any kind of fantasy world. Meanwhile, his dad gets accused of killing him and hiding the body. His mom divorces his dad. Their family goes in disarray. Everything goes to shit there. He becomes a super tough warrior, and he comes back to Earth, not because he wants to hang out with his family or he misses Earth. He's a badass now. He comes to Earth because some war criminals escaped that land and came to Earth to take over Earth, and that's what he's doing, and he just kicks so much ass. Seriously, this book is great. Give it a shot. Moving on. Crossed, issue 100. Not issue 100. Cross 100, issue 1. Why it's 100 is because it's 100 years into the future of the cross epidemic, of the C-Day, where, you know, everyone became cross. So essentially, these are people that never existed in the normal world before Crossed. And to see them look at artifacts of books and different things that we had, like, what the hell is art? Why did you guys write poetry? What were you doing all the time? Yeah, it's kind of awesome. And their vernacular, their language, they don't say they love stuff, they say they heart stuff. Thanks, Alan Moore. By the way, it's written by Alan Moore. Alan Moore from Watchmen, that guy, V for Vendetta. Alan Moore rarely writes anything nowadays, except, you know, he does interviews saying how much he hates everything. But this was fun. This is awesome. If you like Crossed, you'll love it. If you've never read Crossed, you don't have to read any other Cross ever. I promise you. This is 100 years into the future of Crossed, and it's Alan Moore. He doesn't care about writing it in continuity with anything else. So why should you? Just give it a shot. Just get this one issue. And if you like it, of course read more Cross, because, you know, it's all good. It's a lot of Garthinus stuff. And Dynamite, Shaft, this book was really good, seriously. Like, I've seen the movie Shaft, and I've seen the movie Shaft, the remake. I like the character Shaft. I get that whole thing. He's, you know, he was a badass. When he came along, there was nothing like him before. That just this dude that is just a badass, you know, MFer that gets all the chicks and shoots everybody and all that stuff. It's been parodied now with Black Dynamite and all that stuff, but this was serious. Like, I don't know, I have this idea that may or may not be correct, that blaxploitation was all kind of like satire or over the top, and this wasn't. This, yeah, it has a lot of curse words, yeah, it has a lot of violence, but it's straight, it's serious. It gives it to you straight, and there's a lot of insight for life of how you should live your life and how you should, you know, never lay down and keep moving forward and all that good stuff. And, you know, I liked it. I have a little bit of nostalgia to it, and I tried it, and I really liked it. So if you like Shaft at all, even if it is that remake, give it a shot. And finally, Just the Tips by the sex criminals themselves. The registered sex criminals, Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky, did a book that's just the tips. This is the book of all their sex tips. There's sex tips, sexpert advice, there's letters written in, there's cool drawings. Here's the pitch. Sex, everyone's doing it, but no one's any good at it. Get this book, and you will be good at it. If reading actually means you get good at what you've read, this will work. And it would be a great stocking stuffer. It's fun, it's cool. It's a great gag gift, you know, one of those white elephant things. I enjoyed it. I'm excited about Chip doing Howard the Duck ongoing for Marvel. That's pretty freaking cool. And if you haven't read Sex Criminals, give it a shot. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's actually not about pedophiles or anything like that. It's about people that when they have sex, they have a superpower happen, and basically they stop time and rob banks. Awesome. So, good stuff. Hope you try something. Hope you enjoy something. If you need sex advice, this is my recommendation. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.